Hey guys, welcome back. I was just gonna discuss like a little bit about van life, but then I was thinking about it, I was like, last few days have been kind of interesting trying to figure out a way to keep my batteries fully charged all the time. And then now I realize I think it's time to change the oil on the generator. So I've got a few projects on the go, but I'm pretty sure tomorrow I'll be going back into town, having a shower, and grabbing a few things to change the oil on my generator. Because I must have ran it a good 50 hours last year, and I've already probably put about maybe 15, 20 hours already on it. And you're supposed to change the oil like every 100 hours or something like that. So I'm a little overdue. So that's going to be a project I'm going to have to tackle here soon. And I thought I would discuss like how hard it is to maintain winter van life in a van when you don't have the sun to rely on keeping your batteries charged. And I was thinking about it the other day. I was like, these AGM batteries should not be drained often. Like every once a month or 6 weeks, I should be topping them up to about 100%, just at least once, because having them low isn't exactly good for them. Now, lithiums, on the other hand, are a little bit different. They can manage to say 80%, much better than AGM and lead acid batteries. So I've been debating on how to keep that up there. So the only reason I can get it charged is my battery charger through my generator. And yesterday I realized it's been overheating, shutting off, and then waiting till it cools down and then flipping back on. And yesterday took 50 minutes for that charger to cool down. And even sticking a fan on it, I couldn't keep it full at 25 amps, so I may end up popping out that charger and popping in a new one as soon as I can find some cash to do that. So it is what it is. It's my fault. I should have bought the proper charger, one that isn't fully enclosed, waterproof, because those tend to be better off when they're out in the open air, similar to my NOCO charger that I was talking about yesterday. But that NOCO charger can reach like 100 degrees Celsius before it thermal throttles, and that's quite the temperature. Like it would have to be 60 degrees and in the sun for it to reach 100 degrees before it thermal throttles. So my bad, I didn't realize that where it is sitting underneath my DC to DC charger. Here, I'll show you guys a little clip. Let's see if we can get a good shot of this thing. There you guys go. Okay, so that's what I'm having troubles with, is that bad boy right there. Rip my bed apart to access it, and I'll show you guys a little clip of what I had to deal with yesterday. Now, it's unplugged right now. It's been unplugged for about 2 minutes or so. So I'm going to plug it in right now. Oh, it came back alive. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. But I'm going to probably have to replace it. Maybe with a bigger one. So here I thought I was making a video about a failed unit, and it just finally, after 45 minutes, it finally cooled down enough to thermal reset, and now it's charging again. And then finally, after unplugging it for a few minutes and plugging it back in, it finally turned on. Oh, what a relief. I'm glad it works, but still, just finding out that problem is going to take me several hours longer to charge my battery. Or, I'll charge my battery for an hour and a half, turn off the generator, let the charger cool down for half an hour, start up the generator again, do it again for another hour and a half, 2 hours, and then keep doing this cycle. So I was thinking of swapping out the 25 amp and putting in a 30 amp. One that isn't fully enclosed, that I can put a little fan on it, a little temperature sensor, so as soon as it heats up, I can draw a little cool air through the system to cool it down so that I can maintain that 30 amp hour for like 20 hours or 10 hours straight without having to overheat the system. So that has been an issue that I've been having in the van lately. But luckily yesterday, after I finished filming, I thought I'd throw the drone in the air. So hopefully you guys can enjoy that. It was amazing. So here's the new drone footage from my Mavic Air 2S, the one that's over 249 grams. And yes, I do have my license. So enjoy the Sugar Lake footage. Well, that being said, I am gonna hang out here tonight, enjoy this fire. I checked the weather network, turned Starlink on, and I noticed that we'll probably get a little bit of rain tonight or a little bit of snow, but I think we'll be fine. I mean, buddy over here had rear-wheel drive and he almost got stuck in here, but then I was looking at the tread pattern and he's just running like mud tires, like basic mud tires. So I'm pretty confident that we'll get out of here. The weather hasn't really changed much, gotten really much colder, so I'm pretty sure I'll be fine getting out of here. And then we'll have to go do some shopping. Got a few things to pick up, restock up on some groceries and a few other things. We'll be headed back to Okanagan van life again, just for another few weeks. I'm not sure exactly when I'm getting my kids, but most likely it'll be closer to the end of the year. So I may end up spending Christmas in the van this year. Then we'll head back to the family house, hang out for a few days, and get the kids, spend a week with them, and then we'll be heading to Vancouver Island. So I'm pretty stoked about that. But yeah, I thought I'd keep you guys updated on my little van life adventure and how I survive in Sugar Lake when it's +1 degrees out, +2 degrees out. I know we had this massive chunk of ice over here, huge chunk, like it was like all the way out here, and now it's way back over there, so it's definitely receded some. The ladies that were just here the other day, they left their worms here, so now I got a couple earthworms, so I'm not sure if we'll throw a worm in the lake here. Not that I expect any bites, but it's worth a shot. I did snag something over there. I was doing a little fishing the other day. No bites yet. I don't expect there to be like, oh yeah, a fish every 5 minutes, but it's nice to pull out the fishing rod and do a little bit of fishing, even if you don't catch anything. It's just nice to be able to do something and keep yourself busy. Because like, what else are you supposed to do? I mean, I can't just run the laptop all day, play video games all day unless I got the generator running, which I did. I played for a couple hours yesterday. Yeah, I got some other little handy projects to keep my hands busy. I can turn on an audiobook, sit there and listen to a book, and make bracelets and stuff. And I got some few other projects I can do in the van. The other thing I wanted to do is I'd love to learn how to fly ties. Wow. I'd love to learn how to tie flies, for fly fishing. One thing I've done when I was a kid, I was able to make, I think, 1 or 2 on my uncle's setup, but I haven't been able to afford to buy a whole setup with the with the vise and all that stuff and all the material you need to make some stuff. So that's one thing I'll probably end up doing in the future. Maybe I'll end up making some videos on how to tie flies. You guys can watch me learn how to fly ties and point out how I'm doing it wrong. It's been good though. I've been out here for almost a week now, and I spent a couple days over there in Cherryville on the shoe swap, but I didn't see any fish either. And we didn't even get any sun today. That's what I was hoping for the most, was a bit of sun, just to see how if I could get more than 100 watts on the panels. But no, not gonna happen, guys. So I'm gonna have to rely on a little bit more driving to keep the van charged. Charge it every once a month, keep them batteries topped up, because they don't like sitting low, especially these UPS batteries. They're meant to stay on float all the time, which is great for the summer. They got full power from the solar panels, keeping them charged all the time. I can play video games and do whatever I want on the laptop all day long, no problem. It's been an interesting week, getting back into the van, getting accustomed to everything, getting everything organized. I've got a few things to pick up. We'll hit Lardco, pick up some oil for the generator and all that fun stuff. But hopefully you guys have been doing good. I wanted to at least let you guys know that van life isn't all fun and games. Like, sometimes you end up drawing the lucky straw and losing out. So it's gonna start raining here soon. Oh, I feel a little bit of raindrops, but yeah, I'm gonna enjoy this fire for the next hour before the sun disappears, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for supporting me. If you guys have any questions or ideas on videos, let me know down below. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Peace out.